Hello everyone, welcome to another video from our Design You digital series. I'm Han, I am a product designer from the supermarket design team at Lazada. If you are from Singapore, you will know us as Redmart. Today I will be talking about product design process. There are two parts of this topic. We will run through the first half in this video and the second half in the next video. Let's get started. Do you often hear this kind of requirements from other people? Can you design a component to show recommended products on this page? Can you make this button pop? Can you make the option selected by default? What would be your reaction to this? Because they all seem very specific. I think most designers face this kind of situation all the time. When people come to you with a solution with or without a problem. So as a designer, how should we react to this? Do we start from designing? No, we shouldn't. We should start from stepping back and analyze the situation. And I will talk about why that is important. I think most designers have seen the double diamond or something similar before. Today, I will use this as a framework to talk about the process. In this diagram, you can see that there are two major parts. On the left, we go through one divergent and convergent process to find the right problem. And then we go through another divergent and convergent process to find the right solution. So why we should step back? It's because if you think about it, when someone comes to you with a solution, you are already here. So, and what's the risk of this? You might be solving the wrong problem, or you might be solving the problem in a wrong way. So at this moment, you might be thinking, I know, isn't that like the design thinking 101 class? But if I can ask you to spend 20 seconds to think about your daily job, have you ever jumped into solution? Because I know I do, and very often. So the reason why I'm still talking about this topic today is to remind everyone that we shouldn't. And hopefully with a framework, it might be easier for you to remind yourselves at your daily job. Or you might be thinking, you know about this process already. It's just that it's hard to fit them into your projects because of timelines or other reasons. And that's common. If you do a search of Double Diamond on Google, you will find many adapted versions from the original one that British Design Council published many years ago. It shows us that different companies and teams are also just exploring and inventing their own way to solve their problems. So today I'm not asking you to be rigid and stick to some defined process. You can get inspirations from them, but the key is to be deliberate about finding the right problem before finding the right solution. And you can do that with your own way that works for your team. And today I will share ours. So first, how do we get started from the requirement that we received? We should start with why and find the goal. So the conversation could go like this. When someone asks, can you design a component to show recommended products on this page? You can ask, why do we want to do that? And that person might give you a reason like, oh, we want customers to add more products to cart. So that sounds like a goal, but if you think about it, it's still suggesting a solution. So let's drill deeper. What are we trying to achieve? So that person might say, oh, we need to increase GMV. So there you go. We need to increase GMV. That's a very clear goal. And when you look at this, your brain will just start spinning, and suddenly the gate is open with so many more opportunities and possible solutions compared to that one single solution that you started with. So with that goal in mind, there goes our first divergent stage, discover. We want to find all the possible opportunities to reach this goal, and there are multiple ways to do this. So first, we should look at data because the quantitative information can tell us where the issues are and how severe each one is. So it depends on what your company has in place. You could look into some existing data dashboards, or if you have some specific data questions, you can ask your product manager or BI team's help to get the data. And if you are solving customer problems, NPS reports can also be helpful because you can find the top customer complaints across the whole customer journey. And if you look at the picture here, it's an example of a chart that our product manager prepared for a discussion. So you can see that she also highlighted some areas on this chart where we should focus on. Of course, data only tells us what, and we also need to find out why. So that's when we need input from the customers or other kinds of end users. So we want to find out what they actually went through and why they did what they did. So one way is to do user research. So for this phase, the goal is about discovery and understanding pain points, needs, and motivations. So usually we conduct moderated interviews for this purpose. Currently, everything is online, so our recent moderated research have mostly been on a tool called Lookback. And if you look at this screenshot here, you can see there's recording of the customer's screen and their face on top. And there are also the notes from observers taken down during the session below. And another quicker way to find user feedback is to look through your feedback portal if you already have. So at Lazada, we have a feedback portal that consolidates the feedback gathered from the app. We can filter by topic and country if we are looking for something specific. If you have something similar, definitely tap into that to get quick insights. Once we have the data and some user insights, it's good to map out your end-to-end customer journey so that we zoom out and investigate from a holistic viewpoint. This practice can range from full-blown customer journey mapping or service blueprint, or just a simple screen map. So when I say simple screen map, it's literally just map out all your screens that your customers go through from start to the end. So service blueprint can be very helpful if you are trying to find out something relevant to your internal process. The most important thing is that you get the truth in one place. I'm not sure whether you guys have faced situation like this before, like when you're trying to work on something, but the logic behind some processes are just unknown. So when you work on a service blueprint, it will be a good chance to get the real information from different teams and put that on the map so that everyone is aligned, and that will be your source of truth. So there could be different scenarios that you might need to map out. So you need to map out probably a happy path and a few different sad paths so that you capture most of the things that could go wrong along the way. So once we have the map, whether it's a service blueprint or customer journey or just a screen map, you can start mapping out the different issues or problems or opportunities across the whole journey that are relevant to our goal. So now we have a list of possible opportunities, and then that leads to our next step. So among all the possible problems to solve, what are the ones that we should focus on with our limited resources? There comes the impact analysis. So maybe we already have this from the earlier data analysis. Maybe we need more data. But the goal is to be able to tell which problems are more severe, whether it's in terms of customers affected, orders affected, or financial impact. So by that comparison, we would know what problems are more worth solving at this moment. And once we prioritize the problem to solve, we should frame them properly so that we can start the solutioning step with a good canvas. So one tool that we usually use is framing how might ways. You guys probably already know about this. Maybe you use it in your process, and maybe you don't. So if you're not using them yet, I really recommend it because by framing the problems well, you can really help your team to be more focused. So how might ways can be structured like this. How might way followed by intended action for the targeted user so that your desired outcome. So you don't have to really follow this strictly, but the goal is to cover what you want to do and for who and what you are trying to achieve with this. So a properly framed how my way shouldn't suggest a particular solution, but it should give you a perfect frames for innovative thinking. And here are some examples of how might ways for the GMV goal that we talked about. For example, how might we help customers to quickly find replacements when the products they intend to buy are out of stock? How might we showcase relevant promotions for the customers so that they don't miss the deals of the product they like? How might we make it easy for customers to find related products when they have shown their interest to buy something so that they don't need to search again? So that's the end of the first diamond. By end of this, you should have shortlist a few how many ways for the next step. And that's also the end of this video. We will go through the second half in the next video. Thank you for watching it. We will post the next video in about 2 weeks time. Join the Design Yo community on LinkedIn so you don't miss our updates. If you think this is useful, please like, share, or comment down below. See you next time. Bye.